All right, guys, the next job we're going to tackle will be this rack. So I'm going to take the awning off of the rack. We're going to take the shocks off the rack. I got a little bit of the hardware on the shocks that needs cleaning. Pretty rusty. This right here is also, with these shocks on, it's as high as the rack can go up. Shocks are maxed out. So I'm going to move the shock bolts from here down to say here, and that's going to get us a lot more up because we still have a lot more up action in this bar. I'm going to paint these bars. Some of the paint is coming off, and where this thing rattles around inside here, the paint's wore off of here, kind of rusting a little bit. We're going to take care of all that. So I'll show you some of that, and then I will then put the thing back on after it's dry. Then we'll put the rooftop tent back on. Here's some of the rust I'm talking about. Here's how you adjust this. You just slide that pin out. It's supposed to go up. This shock is maxed out. So we're going to move this thing down to say here. And that'll get us at least 4 inches more travel up. And then that box is over there, so it can only come down so far. So we don't need it to be worried about how low we can go. And as you can see there, some of the rust on the hardware of those, which we're going to take care of. We'll start by taking off our two 70-degree awning. All right, the awning is simply held on by 4 bolts and nuts here and up at the front. And then we have a wire tie that's attaching the light power cord to the mount bracket, which we'll get rid of. Like I say, I want to take this down and paint all of this. You just simply buzz those sides out. All right. This side's ready to come off. Okay, I'll do the other side. No reason to show you that. And then I'll show you me lifting it off. After I get these bolts out here, I'll show you me lifting this thing off and show you painting it. So I don't know how heavy this tin is, but I feel like I can hold it. We're gonna find out real quick in a hurry. Okay. Hopefully have enough wire to get this down. We do, but I just gotta get it unhooked. Okay, need to cut one more wire. Whew. That part's done. All right, now we'll get these. All right, we're going to take off the shock mounts. Like I said, I'm going to want to move those. We're going to take care of all that nasty rust. No problem. Take it apart from the bottom side. I may show you what I use to get the rust off of there. That all depends. As you can see, that's as high as that sucker will go. but it'll go all the way down to there. So we're gonna move it, say, about right there. That way we can come up higher. All right, we simply pull what's supposed to be a pin out of each one of these holes. That will be a pin when we go back, or they'll all be the right size bolts when we go back, either way. I'm gonna go around and pull all those out. It's kind of hard to get to up here. You can see it's moving now, but I'll show you how far I want to go up here in just 1 second. This one should be free and clear, so I want to go up to about that, and that'll give me room to walk underneath. That thing simply comes out just like that, and we will take her and paint it. Front one gonna do the same. Alright, we're gonna knock off some of the bigger stuff. Little side grinder. Stuff. Now understand that where this goes back into that tube on there, it will again rattle around and rust. We just ain't gonna put it back that way. We're going to put it back together as good as we can put it back together. Or as good as we report to at least. This piece is ready, or just about ready, for some paint. We will finish up this little bit, do the other one, and then show you maybe painting a little bit. All right, we're going to spray this off. Best we can, get it ready for paint. All right, we'll let that dry a little bit. Come back and shoot it. And we will let her dry. Look, guys, this is your trailer. You cover it up, you fix it the way your heart desires, and don't worry about nothing else. If you're happy with it the way it is, then it's fine the way it is. So just do what maintenance and what work you think your trailer needs. And don't worry about what I think or what everybody else thinks. All right. As you can see, we got rust. Just going to drop down in this little peanut butter jar. This one right here I can't get to come off, so I'm just going to stick it in here after we get all the rest of them in there. And I've got me some DIY rust remover here that we're going to try out. So this part's going to take a little bit. This rust, I got to get some more in there. Maybe not. Bring it over here and prop it up somehow. But this rust remover is a home concoction that I learned off of YouTube, nonetheless. It is distilled water. 1 liter of distilled water. It is 100 grams of citric acid, pure citric acid, and 40 grams of laundry washing soda. So, the Arm & Hammer Super Washing Soda, 40 grams of that. All right, this process may take a while, so I don't know how long it's going to take. So we're just going to set this up, and I will bring you back when these parts have changed colors, or at least rust is no longer on it, and I have everything painted and ready to go back. I'll get you a shot of the bubble action going on inside that stuff. So it's a bubbling. There's definitely some chemical reactions going on there. All right, stay tuned. All right, guys, it has been, I guess, 24 hours. We're gonna pull some of this stuff out of here and see how well the rust remover worked. Wow, that's nice. As you can see, nearly no rust left. So we will get all this out of here. I'll drain it, rinse it, dry it, we'll paint it. All right. It's been a few days, so we're gonna start putting this thing back together. What we're gonna do is start off by putting the rear rack on. And all I'm gonna do is get it in the slots and get it to the max height that I want it. And when I find the max height that I want, I'll put the pin in it, and then I'll hook the shocks back up and have them adjusted to where I can reach the max height. I'm thinking of this right here is going to be it. I'll put the pin in. This thing's a little stubborn. It'd be a whole lot easier had we had more than one person, but we don't. So, all right. And right now I'm using pin, but I may come back and just lock it down with a bolt. That may be the best thing. I don't know yet. We'll have to find out. Pick that side back up a little bit. The hardest part of this is going to be clearly getting the pin in there. Unfortunately, it's going to be the hardest part. Alright, pins in. Now we can get the other one on. I don't like that at all. You wouldn't like that either. So we will more than likely be putting bolts through those. All right, we got both racks on. Like I said, we may decide to change our mind later and put bolts down here in the pin section. Just make it harder for us to change it when we want to. But as of right now, we're going to put these right here at max height. We cannot go up any higher because we're already as tall as our rack will let us go. All right, we're going to put our bolts back in. Only like the adjustment. Come through there. Put a nut on the back side. Okay. Before you do that, put this bottom one in wherever you can get it in at, and then stick it through the hole. That way your shock is not in your way. Put your nuts on your bolt. And we're done. And I can see, even with the shock on here, it's got a lot of movement. So we will be lowering this guy down till the bottom of my tent is going to just be above my head. Because our tent's going to fold out over there. And I don't want the bottom of the tent not to be able to walk underneath. All right, I'm going to do the rest of these, and then we'll bring you back when we're done. All right, guys, as you can see, the rack is back on. I am not too happy with the motion I've got here, so I will likely take the pins back out, either lower the rack down to see if it gets any more stable, or I will put a bigger pin in it, or a bigger bolt. And, you know, just depending on what I can find, how big I need. That's going to wrap it for this video. The next video you see, I will be taking the Smittybilt rooftop tent off of my Gladiator, and we'll put it on this one. And that will be its new home for, I guess, as long as I got that tent. But y'all come back. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video. Got some exciting stuff that's in the works now about some stuff that will be coming to the channel and opportunities that will be coming to the channel. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we hear about that in the next couple weeks. Thank you.